Alright, let me check AUD CAD again. By the way, we've practically already reached that maximum, which was set on a very high volume, as you know. So in any case, there will be some liquidity preserved.
A link to all the information is on the YouTube profile.
There. Damn, I like AUD CAD more. Why not give it a try? AUD CAD, 2 minutes for an upward move. Let's start with 2 minutes for now. I like AUD CAD more because of this maximum. Right now, it's the main one for this entire period. We're going to approach it for the first time, and we're deliberately heading here to see how it stands out from everything else. Wait, is this Asia? No, this isn't Asia. It's not Asia. Asia was here and here. All right, let's consider a worst case scenario if we start to pull back. There's really nothing to latch onto here because the nearest stop is very far away. We'll have to use something like a local level. So we also have the main local level, which I'll prioritize more. Why am I prioritizing this local level right now? Because these kind of local levels can work. People who trade using technical analysis, I'm not talking about big players, but regular traders, there are a lot of them. And for them, this is a very clear high point that stands out. So they might try to do something from it. That's it. So when there's nowhere else to go, if you have this kind of local level, a mirror level with a clearly defined high, you can try to use it. That's it. Since we're on a small time frame, it's quite possible to catch a reaction from there on the 5-minute chart. Are you serious? Are you out of your mind? We're closing on the buyer. Volume is increasing on the seller and dropping on the buyer. That's bad, really bad. We'll have to take more time. I think I'll use a 4-minute entry here now, but this really smells like I'll have to average down. That's a shame. It was going so well. There were 5 in a row, and like always, I get carried away on the last trade. So for now, the entry is made for a longer period. So we wait. There it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, wow. That's something. No. We still broke through the maximum. Personally, I think, to be honest, this correction really shouldn't be too large or too harsh. There's just a bit left to go. Look, to get from here to there. But still, for now, I'm too nervous to open an averaging trade. Not enough ticks from below. Param pam pam. So buyer, are you going to show yourself at all? We've got some volume showing up here, almost one of the top ones in second place. All right, let's go ahead and take a full 5 minutes here just to pause and regroup for a moment and then open a second averaging trade upward. That's exactly how you can end up in a situation that simply refuses to listen to you no matter what you do. So what's next? My second averaging trade is in the red. I'm sitting here thinking about whether to go for a third averaging trade or just get out of here altogether. Some very strange movements have started happening here. I think the right thing to do is to wait for the candle to close and then draw some conclusions. You see, everything can go smoothly and perfectly, but there will come a moment when you end up in a tough situation like this. And that's when you need to play it right. We're closing on a buyer, closing on a weak buyer. The local level didn't stop at the nearest spot where there could definitely be a buyer in this area. Why didn't we pick it up from here or from here? Why are we moving down? Where did this seller come from? What's the point of this movement? There was a buyback, there was divergence, the volume was increasing on the buyer and on the seller as well. I should be observing this buyer right now, but I don't see the buyer, I see a cross. We're closing on the buyer. All the volume was at the top, the area of interest closed lower. Honestly, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. There are many questions, no answers. Why did this pullback happen? Where did it come from? What was the purpose of this move? Why didn't the seller go down? And where is this candle coming from now? Where did this buyer come from? So either I need to wait here or change the situation. Let me probably let one more candle go and think about what I can do. Okay, 5 seconds left until this candle closes. Still, I don't know what to do. The seller's volume is dropping, the buyer's is increasing for the second candle in a row, but movement stays down. It's interesting that after buyers, we close lower and there's no loss of strength. So for me, this means further downward movement right now. Look at that. In less than a minute, it gives such a response to the buyer. What does the 15-minute chart say? There's divergence on the 15-minute chart reaction. All right, the candle. What about the cluster? There's no loss of strength at the bottom. Interesting. From the area of interest, after the seller, we moved down through it and then the downward movement continued. I don't believe that the seller will go against such a trend out of nowhere and the buyer will just do nothing. I just don't believe it at all. I see there's already some buyback happening, more or less. All right, they're giving us this candle. The local setup doesn't make sense anymore. The nearest stop is here. You know, honestly, I'm just really genuinely confused right now. I mean, I really truly want to win this one more than anything. Probably something like a 5-minute trade to the upside is needed, I guess. They're buying it up again. It's a sideways market and look at how the volume is increasing here. There's a lot of buying and selling going on. But since the seller hasn't been allowed in here yet, we're providing resistance. So the trend is still in our favor for now. We had a new high. I think the right move here is to go long, just with a longer time frame. Let's wait for one more candle. I know I could switch to another one, but right now this is really a battle of perspectives. I just have to win this one, that's all. Of course, I might lose. I have one attempt left, but at least I'll try. Let's wait until closer to the close. I'll see how it closes. No, there's no strong buyer. Nope. Oh, there we go. We have contact. Oh, here we go. It's going wild. How they hit the area of interest right at the close. Bam. There's support above. Bam. Oh, guys, this is just absolutely, truly, honestly, completely crazy. Seriously, what on earth is going on here right now? This is just absolutely, completely insane. I mean, just look at that. All right. That's just honestly incredible. Can you believe it? So let's do it this way then. For some reason, lately, we've started drawing this blockage here. It's a shame. It's a pity that I didn't give it back. But in the end, I went higher. That's unfortunate. So overall, we basically stayed near the opening point. Nothing happened. And the candle is big and solid. Plus, it doesn't take it back. No way. Why is it still torturing me like this? A reversal. A reversal on the third martingale. Oh, ho, ho. It's cruel to mess with me like this. All right, let's wait and see what happens here. I'll be back in 3 minutes. If only those 3 minutes had gone into profit. It's sad to watch this. So in short, guys, I tried, I watched, I kept an eye out, I waited, I did everything I could, but unfortunately that's a loss on the third martingale. I'm not going to continue because what's happening here, I just have no word. So I'll stay in the red and I won't try to recover the loss today either, since the video is already running very long. I believe my entry was correct. The volume is increasing on the buyer's side, the sellers are dropping. The trend is still in favor of the buyers. We're closing at the area of interest. There's volume at the top. There was already a pullback here. Here, it's not that important. The upward movement happened, but I don't know. Was it not the right entry point or what? I didn't make it in time. I didn't manage to take the profit. As a result, the seller appeared at the top. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. In my opinion, the entry was made based on all the facts, but today the market got the better of me. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. And this just goes to show that you shouldn't trade too much. The more setups you try to work out, the higher the chance you'll end up losing everything. But I have no choice. I have to do this for the video. Otherwise, I would have just taken 1 or 2 profits and enjoyed the rest of the day. Anyway, guys, as always, I hope you'll find something useful here. I have my own losses too. This isn't my first loss on YouTube. There are already plenty of them there.